What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Boilermaker Buzz podcast. Also, the Wildcat Alley podcast, doing a little combination this week. Big week for Big Ten basketball. Huge week for the Wildcats, my Wildcats, y'all Wildcats as well. It's also a big week. Some folks may say it's the biggest week for Purdue yet this season. So I think it's only right that we get together. We talk about the big game going on tomorrow in Mackey Arena. I think it's going to be the biggest game in college basketball tomorrow night. It's a lot surrounding it. But before we get going, since I got my Northwestern guys, and obviously we got legends on the phone. So, Boo Booey, best player to ever play at Northwestern. He gets a back-to-back NCAA tournaments, right?
Yeah. You have to throw it to him, man. He's right there with top 10 for the Cousy Award, All-American candidate. It's very arguable. Yeah, you gotta throw it to him. We get back to that tournament and make this deep run like we're expecting.
And I'm going to jump on your campaign trail, Rapheal, that you've been putting up on the network about building that statue outside the arena.
Got to.
It's only fitting if he can do what he's doing and continue his prowess in conference and then take us to the big dance again. It's only right. It's only right.
Yeah, right, facts. Yeah. And even before we get further into like the matchup from last game and going into tomorrow, my man Lou Jack, my guy, has been disrespecting Boo all year long. All year. So before we even get into it, we gonna get into it. What about the point guard matchup tomorrow? Or even the first game? What did y'all see in the Braden Smith and the Boo Booey matchup? Because Lou Jack, my man Lou Jack saying Braden Smith the best point guard in the Big Ten.
He's one of the top, in my opinion. He's one of the top point guards. I love his reads when he comes off, especially the pick and rolls. He's finding guys in the paint, finding his shooters, plays with great pace. But, I'm going to go with Boo Booey on that one. His experience is showing, that veteranship. He's taking over the games late. Coach is able to just clear it out, let him go isolation. And whether he's making a shot or finding somebody, I'm going to go with Boo as a point guard. I'm not being biased because of the university, but what Boo has been able to do over the last few years and his improvement. I'm going with him. Who you got, Shakes?
Yeah, I got to defend that too. We're going to let Lou Jack defend his take as well, but
sure.
I think Boo's he's putting up numbers. He's averaging almost 21 a game in the conference. He's getting it done on both ends too. You look at some of these late game situations where he's having to guard the opposing team's top scorer. He took on the assignment of guarding Damas down the stretch against Illinois. Jameer Young, obviously Jameer Young was cooking against us when Maryland came into town, but Boo took it upon himself to guard him in that last possession, got the stop we needed, and came out with 2 victories. So I like this growth on the defensive end as well. We always point out offense and his numbers there, but I think he's made some great strides on the defensive side of the ball too.
I like everything y'all said.
Here we go.
Man, I'm still kind of just shocked how my man just threw me out there like that, just saying the disrespect. It's not been.
I ain't throw you out there. It's on YouTube. It's documented.
It ain't been that crazy. At one point,
we put the clip out.
Can I speak my piece? Can I get my piece? At one point, you're right. We was this early Big Ten season. I want to say this is even actually before the Northwestern game. We do our top 5 point guards right then and there.
Yep.
I had Braden Smith number 1. I got Boo number 2 at that point. And part of me was looking at just what Braden did, obviously, in the Maui tournament. I just got off a game watching him play against Arizona. Me and Ray just texting back, do we got the guards to step up? So I'm high off of that, first and foremost. Like, I'm still shooting my man Braden some bail now. I'm not just going back all the way back, but I will say the more Ray kept talking to me about Boo, and just obviously after the Purdue game, like, you know how we guard. Like, to see a point guard out here doing this, calling ISOs, like spreading guys out, it's like, that's kind of low-key disrespectful, but he answered the bell like the way he handled it. Then Ray made the point, obviously, he's the guy. If he's not going, we don't know where Northwestern goes. So just watch him, like, I've been watching him more and more, falling in love with him, just like, hey, Boo's top tier. He's All-American. He's the guy. Alex made a great point about him wanting to guard the matchups. I'm not seeing him back down from any matchup he wants. And as a point guard, Juice, where we come from. Like, that's the ultimate sign of, like, hey, that's the lead dog. That's who you want.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to give Boo the number 1 spot right now. But Braden Smith, He's still right there, number 2.
He
What he's
right
doing
there.
for our offense, you can't. Coach Painter can't afford to take him out.
Yeah,
Even if he's
that's fact.
scoring, now just the fact that when things get a little shaky, Brady's first
Yeah,
got back in. So just him as a true point guard, I'll put him right there under Boo.
yeah. I mean, yeah, you see, I ain't saying I'm going that far, so I'm not agreeing with you. We're right
Because
under
you want to
Boo
go
because we act
3.
like
I
Jameer Young don't
right, we
exist.
did talk about
Uh,
Jameer. Yeah, that's true.
but
True.
but no, I do. What you saying right now is it's held true. The Rutgers game, it got sticky in the Rutgers game. Brady come off a ball screen, knock down a jumper. Next play, he come down, get an assist. You know what I mean? That's been his growth throughout the year. Last year, when it gets sticky, Purdue just put the ball right here, like we used to do, and look for AJ or they look
Yeah,
for Zach. Now it's like, let's go hoop, let's go get ours, and that's what going on the road. I mean, Rutgers may be losing, but Rutgers still got top 10 defense in the country. Like
yeah.
even like not just saying that, but by the numbers. You know what I'm
And you
saying?
get that
So
East Coast feel. Like it's just that East
and
Coast toughness a little bit. There's something about it.
had
Yeah.
Wild Mad guarding. Like that people that was like a quiet adjustment that Pico gave to the game. Like he put a 6'9" defender on the point guard. You
Yeah.
know what I
Yeah.
mean? So
Yeah.
adjusting to that, still going out and getting his. But and then one thing I liked about what you said too about Northwestern is in the game against Ohio State, what I saw most, and I know we're gonna talk about it. So everybody out there listening, we're gonna get to the Purdue Northwestern, but I want to
We
recap
good.
like the Rutgers game, the Ohio State game a little bit. Like what I've seen in the Ohio State game, and you guys can say the same, speak to it, but Boo only had 4 at half. And he just like, but the thing is, if I'm averaging 20 and I got 4 at half, I'm gonna at least have like 12 shot attempts. I'm gonna be like 2 for 12. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
wasn't
Yeah.
even forcing it. He was like, all right, y'all get y'all get it. Like, what did y'all see from like the other guys in that game?
Yeah. Starting off with Boo, I mean, that's a sign of his maturity, right? Over the last, 3, 4 seasons, his freshman through, let's even call it his junior year, he may look up at the scoreboard and be like, man, I got 4, like I got to make a bigger impact on the game. But now he understands that his impact might be distributing, getting Brooks involved, getting Langborg shots early, getting Tyberry
Yeah.
good looks early in the game to keep his confidence up. Because obviously Boo is going to be the gear that steers everything. But if we don't have double digit scoring from Barry, Langborg, and Barnheiser, we're going to be in trouble. So getting
Yeah,
those guys and being a facilitator, getting those guys involved and into the game early is crucial for our success. And I think he understands that now more than he ever has. So Juice, I'm sure you can elaborate a little bit more, but that's what I'm seeing as a former player and someone that understands, okay, as role guys, we need to be involved just as much as some of the stars, right? To get
Yeah.
that additional energy on the defensive end that we're going to need to carry us through the 40 minutes.
fact.
So getting those guys shots early, getting Langborg seeing the ball go in early. Whenever I see that, if he makes his first shot,
Have a good
like
day.
like look
Fact.
out. He is in tune to the game and we're a different team. So that's what I see from the Northwestern perspective.
Yeah. No, yeah. Now I'll piggyback off that. Like, as a point guard, from my perspective, I love what Boo's doing and his growth. It's been games where, for me, example, when I would play collegiately and professionally, sometimes, you start the first half off looking to get your teammates involved. Then, later on in the game, Lou Jack, you the same. You high school, you was getting all those
Yeah.
buckets. You had your game, but the defense kind of tends to forget about you a little bit if you out there facilitating and running things and things
True.
start to open up, which happened for Boo in that second half against Ohio State. Like you said, he only had 4 at halftime. I
Just
think he
went out a
scored
little
his.
bit.
Can you hear me now?
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah. So yeah, I think Boo scored his first basket with like a minute and a half left in the first half, and then
Yep.
in the second half he got going. We were riding Ryan Langborg's coattail. Brooks was starting to look good. Then we had all those contributions from the guys off the bench as well. So I think Boo's growth has been tremendous in that field and facilitating and running the team. So that's a great thing that you pointed out, and we see the same thing from our perspective too.
No, that's
He
what's
still got
up. And
19, right? He still got
he's
Yeah,
still
19.
finished
winning
with
in the second
19.
half because in the second
Exactly.
half they got sticky. He was like, all right, and he had a stretch where like, all right, I'm put this game away.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then like that's what it needs. But what we all here for? And go back to it, Lou. I'm gonna let you kind of get your take on it. Will we wrong for Purdue and Welsh Ryan, or will we right for Northwestern? And before you answer, bro, my bad.
Yeah.
Shout out to Welsh Ryan. Because we used to go into Welsh Ryan,
Yeah.
and it used to feel like a home game.
Right?
You feel me? Like
Yeah.
I went as a fan a couple years ago to Northwestern, Wisconsin. Johnny Davis was playing, and like Johnny Davis got elbowed in the nose. I think he was bleeding, and the crowd went crazy. I'm like, wait, where we at? You feel me? I'm like, wait, where we at? So like the
Yeah.
way that the gym is shaking in there now, what they got going. I remember we was on the set, and Dave, one of our hosts at the Big Ten Network, they paying around, and his daughter go to Northwestern, and she like front playing cheering and stuff. You know what I'm saying? So it's like that's dope in there. But Lou, what did you see happen in Northwestern? Did it go right for Northwestern? Or did it go wrong for Purdue?
Combination of both. From the Purdue side, you look at it, we got turnovers. We shot like 26%, somewhere in that range from the 3-point line. And just guard. Just straight up guard. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You got to tip your hat off, obviously, to Northwestern, because what I guess I'll say about Purdue sometimes, I felt like Northwestern just had more heart. Like when it was time to throw a couple punches here and there, Northwestern got punched, they took their punch, they swung back. And then when it just was time to make those big time plays, which obviously separates each other when you say Zach Edey special, but we talk about March going into guard play. Boo Boo is special. They got the guard that can go out there, make that one-on-one ISO play, spread it out, get guys involved. And I just think that was the game right there in a nutshell.
Yeah.
Rapheal, let's hear from you, man. I want to hear your take on what went wrong or what went right on both sides of the floor. Obviously, it was a tight game, right, through and through. But Purdue
Yep.
goes into half looking like they're going to dominate the ball game, and then Northwestern comes out and throws that first punch after
That
half,
punch.
wins the first 4 minutes, and then obviously it was a dogfight down the stretch. What did you see there, and what do you think needs to change in order for Purdue to come out on the winning side this time?
No, I like what you said because, like, Coach Bruce Weber always says when we in the studio, he always say the most overrated thing in basketball is the halftime score. He'll say that. He'll say the halftime score don't matter. Like the body language matter. You know what I mean? So those first 4 minutes out of half, whoever throw that punch, that's what's going to last. And like I've been saying all year long, like Boo Buie is such a talented player where if the game is close, if they keep it close, Northwestern's going to win most likely because they're going to have the best player on the floor more times than not at the end of the game, especially with the ball in his hand. So, but one, I think Ty Berry had his best game in his career. I think Ryan Langborg had the best game in his career. I think Boo Buie actually had the best game in his career. So, you know what I mean? I think I think they combined for 70 on like 72. I don't know if this could be correct. I'm guessing, but I think it was like 72. I think they took 30 shots. You know what I mean? They was like 72% from the field. So like they cooked Purdue's guards because Lance Jones can't guard everybody.
True.
Like you can't say he's going now switch. He's going now switch because it got to the point where Purdue started to mess up because Lance Jones got so dialed in on Boo Buie because he was cooking that Blue Jack, Purdue want to switch guard to guard.
Yeah.
Lance was like, nah, we not switching no more. And then they got confused and they got that 3 to Ty Berry top of the key. Because Boo Buie was like, nah, I know what y'all doing. Y'all switching guard to guard. I'm not bringing Zach Edey big ass out here. I'm bringing Fletcher Lawyer out here. Come guard me one-on-one. So, like, Purdue's guards really struggle to guard. That's going to be that's been Achilles' heels to theirs a while because Lance Jones, and I think that's going to be another big one for him tomorrow, but also against Wisconsin because Wisconsin has 3 guards that you got to guard. You can't just worry about one. So, but then also on the other side of it, Purdue dominated the glass. Like I don't know the numbers, but they dominated the glass. But you can go.
Plus.
I don't think you can go. No, y'all can speak to it. I don't think you can really go nowhere to a good team in the Big Ten and turn it over like 17, 18 times and expect to win, especially 5 times in overtime and 2 times and like I think it was like 3 times in overtime and like 2 times in the last minute. Like you know what I mean? Like no matter how good you playing, you're just not gonna win those games. So I think a lot went right for Northwestern. And then Purdue didn't deserve to win. You can't go throw the ball away. But I think I do think Northwestern, people don't think about this. You think about Chris Lowry, you think about Payne, going back to Southern Illinois, going back to Bruce Weber. I think, this is just me, I could be talking shit, but like the way Northwestern pushes Purdue's guards out and like is rough with their guards, makes Fletcher Lawyer catch the ball, turn his back a little bit. That's the way to guard it. Like their post trap, it works. So like I think Northwestern's system and what they do defensively is perfect for Purdue because they're gonna give you that skip pass for three, make it or miss it. You know what I mean? So I think Purdue's just gonna have to make shots. But I think that's what happened for me. I think Purdue turned it over too many times. But I think Northwestern's guards, if Northwestern's guards give you half of that, and then Matt Nicholson gives you what he gave you, the 12 and 8 against Illinois, like Northwestern is cooking with gas, in my opinion.
Yeah.
His resurgence has been really nice for us, and it takes a little bit of the load off of those guards, right? I mean, if we can get double digit scoring out of the three centers that come in, right? It's like
Facts.
Number one, we have 15 fouls to give against Zach, which will be big, right?
Facts.
Which isn't a luxury that all teams have in the conference. And if we can bring Luke Hunger in and stretch the floor a little bit more, bring Edie away from that painted area, that can help as well. He needs to make 1 or 2 threes, draw Zach Edie out a little bit, opens up some lanes for cuts, drives, Barnheiser in the post, all that type stuff. So it's interesting. If we can get any sort of production out of that 5 position, it takes up so much relief on that guard position for us. So I'm interested to see that matchup. I know Purdue will have some wrinkles into what they did previously. I've been a big proponent of this every time we play Purdue. Zach's going to get his, right? He's going to get his, 27 and 14. But can you limit Lawyer and Braden Smith and Mason Gillis, those guys, to single-figure points? I think that's the recipe.
Yeah. I agree with you on that. And then I also think our recipe, continue to take care of the ball like we do. We don't average that many turnovers in that last Purdue game when we won at home. I think we only had 3 turnovers. And Blue had that
plus
incredible
14
night.
margin.
Yeah. And even though we got out rebounded by 25
that makes up for it.
Yeah. We were still able to, come out with a win. So expecting that
a possessions
to continue.
game.
There you go. Exactly. Then player I'm worried about, for you guys is Lance Jones. Like you said, he can't guard everyone, but he's a capable scorer. He's from Evanston. So, I was worried about him in the first game. But now, he's going viral. He's got the dance with the fans at Mackey. It's hard to play at Mackey. So he's the one player that I'm, a little bit afraid of for this game. I'm expecting him to kind of bounce back because, as you all know, he didn't have the greatest shooting night in Evanston, and he fouled out. So I'm expecting him to bounce back against his hometown team at home. So.
And Ray, you mentioned how hard it is to play at Mackey, or how hard it is to play at Welsh Ryan. I mean,
it's tough.
Let's flip the script a little bit and talk
Mackey,
about.
Man, we lost to y'all at Mackey.
Drew cooked. Drew cooked every time I played
senior
there.
Night, I was pissed.
It was. I didn't know it was senior night.
We came in last place in the Big Ten because of y'all. It was a game for last place. Whoever lost the game came in last place. And we knew that shit going into the game, and we still lost at home. That was crazy on senior night. But no, like you said, I think it will have. I think Boo Booey is gonna have some added motivation. He never won in that gym, and it's gonna get loud. So Lou Jack know how it is. Lou Jack know how it is going on the road. You quiet the gym. That's what point guards want to do. Y'all wanna. You feel
exactly.
Me?
There's no better feeling than that.
Hey, listen, I'll say this. I'll make a bold claim. If Boo go into Mackey and have that Jalen Hood Shafino type performance, he's Big Ten player.
That's what he's thinking about.
He's Big Ten player of the year. If he goes in
solidified off this game,
if he go in
Mackey, crazy.
Bro, this game is big. He's already.
He going to Mackey and get a win. He Big Ten player of the year.
This is the number two team in the country, this is a chance to help Wisconsin, or even in sales, be possibly the number 1 team in the Big Ten race. This is a statement.
Shit.
This is a big statement game right here if he goes through
and you sweep him.
Right. And you got Purdue's undefeated at home this year, right?
It's hard to win in Mackey.
Yeah, probably for last year too. I don't think they lost in Mackey, did they?
I don't think so.
Yes, it is a lot riding on this game.
That's tough. And two, people keep thinking about Northwestern in the sense of, I sound crazy. I sound like I'm a Northwestern fan, but people keep thinking about Northwestern in the sense of they fighting for an NCAA tournament seed. But in my opinion, they still fighting to win the league. They right there. Illinois, So I do think this game is, and too, you look at the net. The net is terrible. The net rankings is terrible. You look at Northwestern strength of record, they top 25. this is a game where this could solidify them nationally. So no, I'm with you. But I do think if I'm gonna put on my hat, if I'm at home, like you said, like what Juice was saying, with Lance Jones went to Evanston, didn't have a good game. He wasn't good from the field, and he just struggled at Rutgers. He one of those dudes, like y'all know those dudes that you gonna have a bad one, but then you're not gonna have two of them. I think this gonna be a Lance Jones type of y'all ain't recruit me, feel this one. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like I do feel like Lance Jones will go up. I think every time Fletcher Lawyer struggles, I think every time Fletcher Lawyer has a bad one, everybody's like, yeah, don't play Fletcher Lawyer. Play Cam Heidi. Don't play the freshman. You know what I mean? Don't play Fletch. He can't do nothing if you're not making shots. But like the next game is always a big one. So I know Purdue just came off a win at Rutgers, but Paint wasn't happy about the win. Like I'm listening to the post game. Paint is we ain't. You know what do you say, Lou? He'll be like, we didn't embrace the physicality of the game.
Yeah.
So I know they're going to do rebounding drills.
Yeah. Yeah.
Putting the football pads on. They're going to put football pads on.
They go continuous rebound in 3 minutes. Loser got a double suicide. You feel me? Like they going to get to it. They may not go long for practice, but they going to get it in because they turned it over 15 times. They didn't shoot it well, and they got beat on the glass, and they gave up 15 offensive rebounds. So I think they're going to have – it ain't like they just sailing into this game feeling good. I think if this is a thing where they beat Rutgers by 20, easy, I think this game could be like one of those like, but I think this going to be one of the better games. But I think Purdue by 15. I ain't going to lie to you.
15?
No.
I think this game's been circled, too, on their calendar, right?
For sure.
Yeah.
Northwestern's won the last two.
Yeah.
It's one of those, like, we need to prove that this team doesn't have our number type thing, too.
Exactly. And prove that we improve. And, too, it's a sense where although Purdue is still winning, they still proving themselves in a sense. Like, they still prove. I think Lou Jack, you said something earlier in the season where, like, again, too, I think this is a game for, like, a Mason Gillis to have a big one because he's going to have open looks, because they send their trap guy. I think Brooks Bernheiser is one of the better two-way guys in the Big Ten. And the way he can post double, the way he can lock up on the defensive end, he don't get enough credit. But they're going to be leaving Mason Gillis open. You feel me? So he's going to have to make shots. But I think it's going to – I mean, Brooks, ever since Illinois game at Illinois, where it looked like he was a little shook, he been balling ever since. So I think it's a game where Purdue – because he didn't play well offensively in the first game. So if you add him into that mix, man, Purdue don't guard, it could get ugly. But I think it's a game where Purdue take care of business at home.
I don't know. I got Northwestern pulling out a close one. I think it'll be close. You know, even if, you guys get off to a good start like that first game, you guys were up like 12-13. But I still felt like Northwestern was still under control for the most part. So I think if we keep it close, like we talked about earlier, we got Boo Booey back there in the backcourt with the ball in his hand.
That's fact.
I like our chance if we can keep it close. But as we all talked about, it's tough playing there at Mackey. It gets loud. Your fans are there hour and a half before the game talking their stuff. So it'll be tough. But I got Northwestern winning it in a close one.
Those acoustics in Mackey are crazy. I just remember in shoot-arounds, when you're dribbling the ball, you hear that echo and stuff, like ball hitting the rim and it's echoing out of the arena. You don't hear that anywhere else. And I think that's just a testament to all the sound funnels to that floor every time you're on the court. And then once they get going, man, you're hearing your own thoughts. That's about it.
Shit. Can't even hear that. Play call. Can't even hear that.
Oh, man, I remember the Michigan State game. I hit like 4 or 5 threes in a row. And in my head, I remember one point in the game, I hit one. And I just ran away before I went in or something. And in my head, all I could hear was, "You going crazy." And I ain't hear nothing else in the gym. Couldn't hear shit. I'm like, "You going crazy." But now, Lou, what you think, Lou? Because then I got a couple more questions for y'all, too, though. What you think about the game tomorrow, Lou?
Oh, the bold prediction would be nice for Boo, but Purdue get it done by probably – I'm giving us a 10-point win. Brady Smith done heard all the conversations. He just got left off the Bob Cousy Award. Keep disrespecting us. Y'all already done beat us. Zach Edey on a mission to prove it. We at home. The crowd's going to go crazy. Juice, you can't get down by 12 in Mackey.
You can't.
Nah, you
No.
can't get down by 10, 12.
That's
man.
going to go
Not
to
early.
20 plus quick.
Not early.
Yeah,
And
not early. Not with that crowd. And I say that this team they built different. They built different at
Yep.
home. Like, if Northwestern can keep it close early, it's a fight. But no, I got Lance Jones knocking down some threes. It's just that hometown feel, and we owe him. So I got us plus 10.
And I'm going to say, too, I love Braden Smith. That's my guy. I think he should have been on the Bob Cousy list. I think because you look at his number, he one of the only players in the country putting up his numbers. I mean, he dude averaging 7 assists, 6 rebounds, you feel me, with his points, whatever, shooting it 43 from 3 or something like that. So he should be there. But this is also a game where he got to guard Boo. Like,
yeah,
you can't run from this.
Not
gotta
Stop
that's
take
not
running
that
from
a
this.
matchup.
matchup.
I respect it,
I
but that's
don't
not a
care that.
matchup.
No. Guard your man. You could. I know paint. You know paint. You want to guard somebody, you going to guard somebody. You feel me? Until you can't guard somebody, and then you going to switch. Because Brantley going to hold up that board, and it's going to tell you who you guarding. You feel me? So I think Boo, because Boo going to guard him. And it's kind of disrespectful for Boo to guard him because Boo, Coach Collins try to hide Boo a lot. He get away with it sometimes. He try to hide Boo defensively sometimes. But I think they got to guard each other. But between y'all two, I mean, y'all used to go at it because I used to watch. I used to be at the games, whatever. Y'all got any games y'all remember? Northwestern, Purdue, going at it?
Oh,
I
man. What was
I
it?
got a
Go
funny
ahead. I'll
one.
let you go.
And then, because I got a question too for Juice about some Illinois stuff. But as you laughed about Northwestern beating you on senior night, my freshman
Mm-hmm.
year, Northwestern beat us on senior night. And Marcus Green,
Mm.
I know Juice know Marcus Green
Marcus
from Chicago.
Green. Yeah.
So he come in the locker room like, damn, Joe, y'all lost on purpose. Like, bro, him and Bobby Riddell said we threw the game on purpose, but Northwestern, my freshman year, they beat us on senior night. And my first time going up there, they played that damn 1-3-1 zone. And Coach Luss told me, he come up to me like, hey, baby Stacks, listen. D Brown, De'Aaron Williams, Luther Head, just get the name and point guards. He like, they all struggled up there, baby. I'm like, man, it's a 1-3-1 zone. I don't want to hear it. Man, bro, we get up there, Todd Nash at the top, Rob 6'7" throwing jump passes. Payne say, no more jump passes. Dog, Rob 6'7". I gotta throw a jump. Man, Northwest Juice was tough. It was some fun games against them. And I knew
It
he
was
was always
crazy.
trying to score a bucket on that Chicago wave. And you know me, I gotta run the offense sometimes. So Juice might come
Right.
down and I'm like, damn, run the play. Run the
Run
play.
the play, yeah. We all been there. Like, man, I want to get my ISO back or something. Yeah, we gotta run this offense. Go stand in the corner for a second.
For
Yep.
real.
Oh, man.
Bill wouldn't
Oh.
have no ISOs, Juice. You got the
Zero. You got to
you had
figure it
thumbs
out
up
within that person.
that you could maybe use as an ISO. That's about it.
Yeah, get a little ball screen at the top, and then try to finesse a little one on one. Yeah,
Yeah. Y'all was the
yeah.
one team
Nah,
though. My bad. This the last. Coach wouldn't let us
yeah.
bar pressure y'all. Cause you know, Ray, they get to throwing them back doors on
Back
you.
Back
doors.
doors, yeah,
Yeah, they
them back
picked on
doors,
me.
yup.
They picked on me in each one time so bad, coach. Like, you gotta come out. Like, y'all ain't switching. Like, don't
Man, what? I
yeah.
can't even
I,
play against them my freshman year.
I was gonna say, what was it like for y'all? Like the preparation for the practices. I know everybody go through the scout and all that. What was that like? 'Cause I didn't heard the story. Some people just like, man, it was hard to pick up. You don't know if they going back door, coming around for that handoff, especially if you got to chase like
Oh,
Sherna or
bro.
somebody. Yeah,
Yeah. You just get taught to let y'all catch. Like freshman year, the hardest year. If you don't lock in with y'all like you play early, exposed. I thought I was in geometry, probably calculus class the first time. Hey Lou, let him catch it. Coach, you've been telling me deny the whole season. When I get to them, talking about let him catch it and he can shoot. Lou, trust me, just let him catch it. Like, bro, we got to learn to play a little bit timid with y'all. The way we were so aggressive is like you're too
Mm.
smart, too high level basketball players. So it just kind of made you dial back from even being aggressive with y'all.
yeah. That makes sense. Now I remember the way y'all used to pressure the ball full court. I'm like, all right, here go Lou Jack. He full
Yeah,
court pressuring. Then Etwan might come up
I'll pick
here.
up
You
where
put
Juice
another
left off.
guard in
But
there. Like
the
y'all
way
kept
the way you
rotating
guys use
them.
the pressure.
Yeah.
Yeah, the way you
It was
guys use the
crazy.
pressure full court is different than the way Payne's playing now, right? With the personnel, Lou Jack, he used to run you ragged, man. He used
Man,
to have you
Man,
like
He
it's
man,
so
slowed it
soft with
94.
down.
Purdue.
Yeah,
When
take the
y'all
play
played,
off.
when it was in Mackey, you see in Mackey tomorrow, it used to be right behind the visitors bench. They was counting turnovers. Last time I was in Mackey, they ain't counting no turnovers. They counting threes and shit. Shit done got soft around there. Because that's one of my pet peeves with Purdue a little bit this year. Like they don't put pressure on the ball. They don't turn you over. It is more like pack line, but
Yeah,
that's some ways. That's a way to steal points. You get what I'm saying? So when the jumper isn't going, if the whistle not tight, you feel me? If you're not getting to the free throw line 25 times, how you gonna separate yourself on the half court? You got to
I
find a
agree.
way to get in transition. You got to find it because especially if you turning the ball over. So no, I think yeah, I used to love them games, man. What would y'all say from Northwestern? Because I know we talked about ours. What's the best venues in the Big Ten to go play in? The toughest one.
I'm gonna say, Mackey, then the Breds. Love playing at
Mm.
Michigan State. Just like y'all, I mean, their fans are there, but they're loud, and it's Michigan State. Just something you get up for, going out there. And Alex, you from out that way, so I mean, I'm sure you enjoy playing there too. But yeah, I'm gonna say Michigan State and then Mackey.
Yeah,
What you got,
the
Alex?
Brez was always a highlighted game for me, being from the Detroit area. Obviously, Lansing isn't Detroit, but always would have a lot of friends and family there. But just growing up, going to those games, and then the culture and atmosphere that they built with the Izone and all that was always a big time environment that I was always ready to go play in. And then the Assembly Hall at Indiana was always just like a
There you
game that I
go.
always had circled. And Juice, you and I both had good games there and won
We got some wins there. Yeah.
couple of times. But that atmosphere again, that noise, they score. They could be down 20. They score one bucket, that place goes
Yep.
berserk, and they'd be like,
Mhm.
the game's tied. So that was always just like with the history, the tradition. There was always an arena that I always felt comfortable in. I like that. I was a pesty guy. I always embraced that type of heated culture and people on breathing down your neck and screaming at you all game. I love that shit, man. So
Yeah.
the more hostile the environment, like the better I feel like I was trying to play.
You playing, just lock in a little bit more, huh?
Yeah.
So,
That's
Ray,
what's up.
let me ask Juice this question. It's the
Oh, you
Illinois
got it.
question. Got an ISO, Juice. I've been around so many Indiana people. That's all I hear. Indiana basketball, high school, everything.
yeah.
That's all I ever heard. Tired of it. Give
Uh-huh.
me your top five. Just high school. We back in high school. The class of '07. Give me your top five in the class of '07.
Oh, 07. Yeah, that's tough. So D
Yeah.
Rose, D
Yeah.
Rose for
Of course.
sure. Evan Turner.
Yeah.
Who else? We had
Hey,
some
hey, and don't be
bigs.
political. Don't give me that
I'm
college.
not. I'm not trying to be
We talking
political. I
straight
got
high
to think
school.
back. Who else? Who else was good? I'm not gonna put. Who else was in our class? That class. Oh,
Do
sorry.
do,
Evan
Jake,
Turner,
do Jacob
Dimitri,
Pullen get put in there?
Jacob Puller.
Jay
Yeah, he's
Pools.
still doing it. He's
Oh, I
Yeah.
didn't
still
know
doing
he
it. No,
was from
Yeah.
Detroit.
I always love his game.
Jay Pools. Jay
Big
Pools.
fan. I got to think. Who else was in our class?
You in that argument. You don't got to be humble.
Yeah,
You don't got to be
I'm in
humble.
that argument. I want to give a different five though. I'm
Who
in
else?
there. I'm in there.
Michi.
Who? Michi, yeah,
Michi.
big
Demetri
guard.
Payne.
He was
Yeah.
the next Darren Williams. Big guard. I
Yeah.
always love him.
Mm.
Who else? I got to think. Who else was from here? I'm sure you got run off some names. I got to think. So we have
I'm
four.
thinking that's who I really liked in y'all class. I'm probably gonna forget somebody when we get off and remember. I was just matching my
Same.
class with yours.
You
That's
remember Justin
Said he was
Bocott?
lining you up.
Justin Bocott. We in the same conference. JB was tough. JB was
He
tough.
was real tough. Real
Yeah.
tough. I remember
Yeah.
him.
Yeah.
I feel
JB.
like it was a big dude too that was solid back in our time. But
We
that's tough.
forget.
But yeah, Jacob Puller, Evan Turner,
Yeah.
Dimitri, D Rose. So I'm
Yeah.
gonna throw me in there too because
Yeah. You
I
got
was in
to.
there battling with him. Say, who
Yeah.
you got from your class?
Oh, my class, we going Big Mike Dunnigan.
Oh, I forgot about Big Fella.
Then
Yup.
I still count him even though he left that last year. DeAndre Liggins. The ticket was
Living ticket.
the
Yeah.
ticket.
He put me out the city playoffs my last year. I
Ooh.
missed two free throws. He had come down, hit a three at
Yeah.
UIC. I never forget it.
Yeah, I gotta put the ticket in there. He tough.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't know Ryan Hare. A lot of people won't give Ron Harris credit
Left-handed from
from
Marshall,
Marshall.
right?
Ron was tough.
Yeah,
Ron was
yeah,
tough.
yeah.
I'm putting myself in there.
Right.
Then I'm back and forth. I'm gonna do my 6'7" because they was together. But man, Jeremy Montgomery was different. Lefty Jeremy Montgomery,
Since he was a
different,
short, like I grew up with him, like at Loyola Park,
different.
coming to high school,
Yeah,
like he was different.
different. And
Yeah.
then KD, Kevin Dillon,
Yep. Yep.
Kevin got to
Yep.
get on there. Matt Humphrey will probably
Gotcha.
kill me if I don't mention Matt Humphrey. Matt Humphrey was part of that Mean Street
Y'all,
squad.
y'all, y'all had
And
some
Big
killers
Josh
in y'all
Criddle.
class too.
Yeah,
Critter.
yeah,
Oh yeah, y'all did. See, yeah, that's
yeah,
back-to-back classes in
yeah.
Illinois.
Them are
Yeah.
I think them two classes. We got an argument with the other two ahead of us, but yeah.
Yeah, but I don't think top to bottom, I don't think '06 and '05 was how we was. You know, they had Shire,
Yeah.
Sharon,
Pat.
Pat Bear. So it was like 5, 6, but it wasn't pretty much how we was. Pretty much every game we was playing against each other, it was gonna be a dog fight.
Facts. And I gotta
He
shout
just
out
took
my
me back.
running mate, Jeremy Robinson. I couldn't dare do that. We ran a lot of games in the league. I
Yeah,
gotta do
yeah.
that.
I remember
Yeah,
him.
for sure.
Hey, I
He
will
just took
say,
me
I know
back.
y'all got now reminiscing on y'all high school class, but I will say 2012 Indiana high school basketball may be one of the best classes out of Midwest.
All
Who
right,
in that?
who on
Let's
there?
see the top
I gotta
five.
get who on that one.
I'm just saying in the sense of 21, I think it was 2021 of us went D1 high major.
Oh, okay, yeah. If you
Okay.
Yeah.
put it like that, then yeah.
Okay, yeah.
If you and I found I'm trying, let me see if I could I know off the top of my head you got as far as let's think the Big Ten. You had let's think Indiana. Let's think. You got Yogi. You had
Yogi.
Jeremy
Mhm.
Hollowell out of high school. You had Ron Patterson out of high school. You had Hannah Perea out of high school. They had Big Peter. Then you had going to Michigan. You had Mitch McGarry out of high
Yep.
school. You had Glenn Robinson III out of high school. You had Spike. You had you going to Michigan State. You had Gary Harris. You had going to Purdue. AJ Hammonds. Ronnie Johnson out of high
Yeah.
school, top 100.
Yeah.
Me, Jay Simpson. Well, Jay Simpson is from Illinois, but he went to Lallimere. Patrick Ingram went to Iowa. Austin Burgett went to Notre Dame. Kellen Dunham went to Butler. He was
Kellen Donald.
Devontae Smith Rivera, top 5 scoring at Georgetown.
Oh,
And that's, I mean, shit, yeah. I mean, I probably even, RJ Hunter. I'm forgetting about RJ Hunter. He got drafted first round.
Yeah, I like
Yeah.
what you're doing, but you
Georgia
putting
State.
accomplishments in there. We ain't do all that.
No.
We ain't do all.
I'm just putting
We
high
just
school
talking.
class. We saying
Yeah.
no. We talking about high school careers though. We talking about high school careers. They all went high major. All right, I'm saying RJ didn't go high major, but RJ ended up getting drafted. I'm
Okay.
talking
I
about if
think
you think about how
everybody.
many guys from your high school class went high major. I mean, shit, ain't close to that.
I have to go down their list because we got a lot.
Patrick Ingram. I mean, nah, I
yeah, we
ain't
had some.
Indiana 2012. I mean, as far as league talent, you probably give it to like Greg Odenhill or like Eric Gordon, maybe. But as far as out of high school, yeah, 2012 was it, man. I want y'all to remember that.
I can't compete with that. '09 Michigan. '09 Michigan was a big man's class. Derek Nix won Mr. Basketball in Michigan that year.
Oh
Big Nick.
man,
Yeah.
I
He
Yeah.
was a
hated Derek
Yeah, yeah.
Nix. I was a
Big Derek
freshman.
Nick. Big Derek
I
Nicks
was
was
a freshman
dope.
playing at Michigan State, man, a freshman, and I found my way on the floor just from playing hard. I'm just playing hard. I ain't scoring. I'm the play hard guy, whatever. They put me at the 4. I'm 6'4", 200 pounds, 205 maybe. I guess because Purdue, we switched to 4 and a 5. I get switched on a cross screen to Derek Nix. Yeah, fucking right, bro. He turned he boom, and I'm like I ain't no punk. Like all right, man. What what I'm saying? All right, man. Man, what his big ass turned around, got in my grill. I'm like, and then I see all my teammates leaving, and we at the Breslin Center. I'm like, this is the wrong place to do this. You got keep. They
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
was Michigan State. Like
Yeah.
yeah,
that. Like I be telling
yeah.
them dudes, like that's Michigan State basketball. Like that's why Tom Izzo's so frustrated this year because this ain't
That's not
even
it.
nowhere
No,
near. Not even just. And now we turn into a Michigan State vibe, but not even just scoring the basketball, the numbers, like just the pure toughness
Toughness,
and
yeah.
just the pure like use the punk. They would
Yeah.
tell you, like, in
They used to
different
never
words.
get out rebounded. They never got out rebounded ever,
Never.
ever.
They would
Never.
have fouled you.
Yes,
Yeah.
ever.
Yeah.
Man, that's what
And
I'm saying. This Michigan State is a little soft. I think that's what coach is frustrated about. I think once they get back to a level of identity with their toughness, I think they'd be back to normal. But
yeah,
yeah. Well, but before we get out of here, if we was to, because we kind of at the midseason of the Big Ten, and just if y'all was to pick maybe a team that's going to win the Big Ten, the player of the year in the Big Ten, the freshman of the year in the Big Ten, and maybe even the coach of the year in the Big Ten, who would y'all go?
Ooh, that's tough. Ooh,
That's
who's gonna
tough.
start us off? That is tough.
I still think Purdue wins the league. I
Mm.
really do. I think just with the way they're built and how hard they are to prepare for with Zach in the middle, I don't think the frontline depth across the league can withstand that. I really don't. I think Wisconsin will drop a few. They played way too many close games in order to not drop some of these. And I think their schedule is going to get harder. And then in terms of player of the year, I think it's going to be between Boo and Zach Edey. I wouldn't mind a co-player of the year either if both of them keep balling out. I think they both have deserved, the honors there. Uh, Freshman of the year, whew, that's going to be tough. I like the dude from Indiana, man. I like Mbako. I think is tough. I think if Mike Woodson keeps putting him in positions to score, like I've seen him have, he's league ready. Like now, with his size, his skill set, like he just needs to get him the ball in positions to score more. And I think if so, he could be the freshman of the year.
Good call.
I'm probably missing somebody off the top of my head though.
Okay. I like that. All right. Well, yeah, I'm gonna go with the same. Wisconsin. I don't see them, going on this crazy run like they've been going. I know they're a tournament team. They should do well in the tournament, but I don't see them winning the conference. So I got Purdue winning conference. Then, Purdue wins conference. I'll go with Matt Painter, coach of the year. And then I would like to see, just like you, Alex, co-player of the years, Boo Buie, Zach Edey. But as Lou Jack mentioned earlier, Boo goes in, does his thing tomorrow, gets that W. I think it'll be all to Boo, to himself.
Mm.
Then that freshman of the year, I'll go with I'm not saying his name right, but the freshman from Indiana who you just mentioned. I think his skill set and everything, it translates to that next level and came in ready. As you all know, it's not easy coming into the Big Ten as a freshman, being ready to play and being able to put up numbers. So I'm going to go with him for that.
Yeah, we all probably kind of similar. Big Ten champs. I'm going Purdue. I think they're in the driver's seat where they want to be.
Yeah.
Player of the year, to me, that's a toss up. I think Zach should win it, but I'm going Boo. I think Boo's going to
We
get
got
it.
to believe in that. There we go.
I think Boo's gonna get it because I think Ray, that goes into our conversation. Even with Coach of the Year, I feel similar. I don't know if Coach Parent is gonna win Coach of the Year just because it's kind of expected. I think somebody else's storyline may be, and even hell, Coach Collins can win it. If Boo wins Player of the Year, we talking about Northwestern getting into the NCAA tournament as a solid seed. They got a chance to still win the Big Ten championship. I think that just goes there, and Coach Parent probably wins National Coach of the Year. I'm gonna switch up with that, and then probably my freshman. What's the kid name? Owen Freeman from Iowa.
Iowa.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm gonna go
Tough.
Owen Freeman. I think they need to
Tough.
win a couple more games, but he been balling.
Yep. They do need to win a couple more. I will go.
He gonna do it.
It's a big week for Purdue. It's a big week, but we choosing for right now. If I'm looking at it right now and I look at Wisconsin's schedule, if it's not Purdue, it's no one else. Like, they got Illinois in there, but like, man, I know people will say I'm crazy, but this Wisconsin team better than the Wisconsin team that went to a Final Four with Frank Kaminsky. Like,
really, you think that?
They're deep. Like, think about it. Like, you get
They
past.
do play like 9-10 guys. I will say that they got guys come off the bench
and you get past Frank. I remember when they played Maryland. Frank Kaminsky got his 20. Sam Decker got his like 16, whatever. Nigel got his like 12, 14. But like Bronson, I don't think that was when Jackson got hurt. But Bronson went like 1 for 12 and they lost. There's no other guard on the roster to even sub in to even get some offense. You didn't really have to guard. Josh, great defender, great person. I like Josh a lot. Like, he used to guard me. Hated when he guarded me. One of the best defenders to ever guard me. Like, and I wasn't even that good offensively. Like, but we didn't have to really guard him offensively. Just like teams didn't really have to guard me sometimes offensively. Like, but you're not doing that with Max Klesmit. You have to guard Max Klesmit. You can't hide somebody on Max Klesmit. He'll get you 20. But then you like, and Chucky Hepburn as a upperclassman is more experienced than Bronson. He's more Bronson was bigger, probably more athletic, but Chucky's a better defender. He's more heady. He knows what's going on. And then off the bench, Connor Season come in 10 minutes, he'll get you 8 points, 2 threes, knocks down some shots. They didn't have that off the bench. Their bench was like Duncan Durgin was playing like 15 minutes a game. When Trayvon Jackson came back, he was playing like 20 minutes a game, but he was never, after the injury, he wasn't really who he was. You know what I mean? So this John Blackwell gives him something off the bench. Even like Carter Gilmore is playing better now. I don't know, man. I think, and then AJ Storr, like, I know Frank Kaminsky was like player of the year, all of that, whatever. But like AJ Storr is an NBA player. Like, we ain't gonna look past like AJ. Like, it's like a legit NBA guy. Like, he gives them that. Tyler Wall gives them the same thing that Sam. He's like I ain't gonna disrespect him, but he's a version of Sam Dekker, same size, same height, just less of an athlete. But he can, when Tyler Wall is Tyler Wall, he's giving you 12 and 10, 12 and 9.
Yeah.
But you don't need Sam Dekker.
Sam was a bucket. Sam was a bucket, and
Sam only averaged like 14.
But he could have, if Frank wasn't there, he was going to have to average.
If you could, you would. Eton and JJ both averaged 20.
There
if
you
you
go.
could, you would.
That's a good way to put it.
If you could, you would. Especially in that. Ain't no coach going to be like, nah, bro, don't average 20. Like, nah. We ain't going to do that.
The pace they were playing at back at that point.
They playing at a faster pace now. They're
Averaging
more points.
Exactly. I think if they play at a faster pace than what they were playing.
But they couldn't because Nigel Hayes wasn't. Nigel Hayes, who's a better athlete? Nigel Hayes or Tyler Wall?
Nigel Hayes.
Nigel Hayes is a better athlete than Tyler Wall?
Yes.
I don't think so, man.
Tyler Wall can move. Tyler Wall can move laterally.
That's what I mean.
Better.
He guard the 1 through the. Tyler Wall can guard 1 through 4. Nigel Hayes can't do that. And then AJ Storr, if you want to do it like that, AJ Storr is a better athlete than Sam Dekker. He just is. And Steven Crowell isn't Frank Kaminsky by any means, but offensively, I'm taking Steven Crowell over Josh Gasser as an offensive weapon.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't know, man. Offensively, they got some shit to them. And then
they were scoring in the 80s every game, and I'm shocked. I'm like, what? Every time I'm looking, I'm like, man, they scored 80 again.
They just got so many guys that can do it. And then defensively, like I know like back then, like everybody going to bring up that Kentucky team. Yeah, they beat the undefeated Kentucky team. But if you think about what Wisconsin has historically struggled against, it's quick guards. It's speed. It's guards that can go off the bounce. That Kentucky team, the Twins weren't that quick. So like Josh Gasser, Bronson Koenig, they can stay in front of that. Shoot a jumper. Wisconsin wants you to shoot jumpers, pull-ups. So like, if they get the right matchups in the tournament, man, I don't sound like a Badger fan, but but no, I like Wisconsin a lot, man. They just AJ Storr, because like AJ Storr can get you 30 by himself, like with no ball screen, with no play. Just give me the rock. Like he got a vendetta against Tom Izzo. Like he just go at them dudes. But mine was I just went way off topic. My bad. But yeah, so for right now, I probably got Wisconsin winning the league, but. I think if Purdue beat them this weekend, Sunday, whatever, Purdue win the league because it's in Purdue's hands. You know what I'm saying? They got them twice. It's tough to beat those boys twice, though. But then I would go Zach Edey. I think Zach Edey player of the year. I don't even know why we even acting like it could be Boo Boo. I don't even know why we playing that game. Like, I don't even know what we doing right now.
Hey, still a lot of games left. He could turn. He been balling. He get this win tomorrow and keep it going.
Nah.
And we might have to shift that combo.
Zach Edey lost to Nebraska, and in the 3 games after, he averaged 31 and 17.
True.
Yeah, that's different. True.
And then the game he went down was 16 and 10, but they won by 30. He barely played. Come on, man. But no, I
Yeah.
feel you though. I like
Yeah.
Boo Booey a lot. I'm a big Boo Booey built a statue. I think Boo Booey because Boo Booey could have left Northwestern. That's another reason off the court I got a lot of respect for Boo Booey because like in the NIL game he could have went and chased the bag. Like he's that
Yeah.
good. And like I know he getting some money. Like I know he getting paid. But like he could have went and got more 2 seasons ago before the NCAA tournament run. When Pete Nance and those guys left, Ryan Young and those guys left, he could have. I've been in that locker room before when dudes jump shit and they like, we going to get better. They went to Duke, they went to North Carolina, like that shit, like you know what I mean. So like that's like off the court stuff, like that, like that's boo real, like that's real, like because Chris Collins took a chance on him and he was like, nah, I ain't leaving my guy. But anyway, but now and his brother, like I like Chris Collins
Whole
too. But
story,
anyway,
man.
yeah, it's a whole man. I love it, but no, I think Zach Edey wins, and then I think I go back and forth. See, like I'm just playing contrarian. I think go back and forth with this one. Owen Freeman, I think any other year he wins, but I think the last couple years, if you look at the Big Ten, like the last couple years, the best player didn't win the award or the one with the best numbers. It was the best player on the best team, the best freshman on the best team. And I don't really understand that about the Freshman of the Year award. But I think you look at like a John Blackwell, if he can get up to 10 points a game and Northwestern is up there, I think he'll be right there. But I think Owen Freeman is in the lead. But I think it, like Coach Woodson said, he's going to start putting McKenzie, like y'all was just saying, he's going to start putting McKenzie and Baco in more scoring positions. Because like when you put him at the 4, back to his natural positions, ain't a lot of 4 men that can guard McKenzie and Baco.
No,
But like Vince Edwards, when you put him at the 3, they can keep up. You put him at the 4, there's no way. So like, no, I agree with y'all on that one too. But no, that would be mine. But no, man, I don't want to keep y'all in here too long, man. This is good. This is a good one. Any y'all can tell them where they can find y'all to find the pod and all that.
You got it, Alex.
Yeah, you can find us on the Wildcat Alley podcast. Alex Marcotullio, Juice Thompson. It was a pleasure chopping it up with you boys, man. This was a good time. Thanks for letting
Boiler
us hop on.
Buzz. Appreciate you, boys. We'll see you
Oh,
about
no,
this
Luke.
game tomorrow.
What you got, Luke?
Oh man, hey, appreciate having y'all guys on, man, talking basketball, man. Hopefully we do it again. And no hard feelings after this game. Like no hard
No, not
feelings.
at all.
After
Take
this 30-point win.
you know.
Yeah, because I like Boo. I
for
like Brooks.
us.
Brooks from Lafayette. 30 for
Right.
y'all. Yeah, all right.
There you go. Homecoming game for him. There you go.
But
Yep.
not for, yeah, I do. I like Brooks, man. Brooks should go off because Payne ain't recruit him. Go off, Brooks. Yeah, shit. Do your
Yeah.
shit. But nah, for everybody out there, boiler up, hammer down, all hell Purdue. I don't know the Wildcat Alley theme song or theme chant. I wish I did, fellas. But until next time, Bullet Maker Buzz. Check us out on YouTube. Check us out on Twitter and all of that. But until next time, we out.